Sawadika. My name is Jen Rose Atwanjere. I'm from Uganda, currently a student at PSU. Today I would like to be grateful to God. I am overwhelmed. I really don't know what to say, but I really thank God for this opportunity to share the goodness of the Lord. I grew up in a family of Christians, but I cannot say that I was a Christian. I was practicing Christianity, but I wasn't living a life of Christianity. But it is around 2011 when I had the encounter with the Lord Jesus Christ. I can far as remember that is the time I can say that I am a true Christian, because I understood His word and what it means to be a Christian, what it means to live as a Christian. So my journey in the Lord, forgetting about being a child and growing up in a Christian family, I can say maybe right now 9 years in Christianity and being a Christian. And today, when I look back at my life, I have so many things to be grateful for. I have 1,000 zillion things to be grateful to God for, things that I cannot put in number. But today I will be very specific to my journey in Thailand. I came to Thailand in 2019 in August as a student at PSU for Masters in Sustainable Energy Management. Getting that opportunity alone was God. When I look at everything, the process, at how fast it was, it takes me back to His word in Hebrews when He says His word is sharper than the two-edged sword. It is quick. Everything just worked out as a flashlight. I could not believe I was sitting on the plane and coming to Thailand. So, looking at my life in Thailand, I can say God has been faithful. And I remember the first Thursday when I met Brother Emmanuel, who introduced me to PPICF. And I felt like, yes, I belong. I felt like this is my family. I am so grateful for PPICF. I'm so grateful for Him Hatiai. I'm so grateful for Thailand as a land itself, for feeding me, the water I have been drinking, sleeping day and night. Like everything was, for me, this is God. This is not human effort. This is not anything close to what I can describe. My journey as a student at PSU, I can't say I have had it easy or I have had it hard. But I can only say that it has been so easy because I trusted God. And it has been so easy because I had a family here in Thailand. For me, God has been gracious, in everything. I have not lacked in anything, mentally, physically, economically. Like everything has been working out. I have felt the favor of God in my life more than I have felt it back home. Because sometimes, when you're in the environment that you're too familiar with, you tend not to see the mercies, the grace, and the kindness of God in your life. But when you get out of your comfort zone, like how I came here in Thailand, I started to appreciate the small things. The favor of God became so evident for me. Maybe He took me out of Uganda to understand that, hey, look, being a Christian is not ordinary. That is what Thailand has actually told me. Like my journey as a Christian, I can say my spiritual growth in Thailand has been so evident. I can say that beyond master's degree, for me, my testimony is that I have actually grown spiritually. I can see God for God, and my journey for that, to see that, the realization of who God is, I put my finger on Thailand. To be honest, I put my finger on Thailand, and maybe people in Thailand may never understand the beauty, the uniqueness of how God has crafted this land. But us who have been able to test the goodness of the Lord, to test the mercies of the Lord in this land, can say that surely God is up to something. And I don't know if it can be the story for everyone, depending on how you want to see it, But for me, my story is that I'm so grateful to God that I came to Thailand. Yes, I now have a master's in sustainable energy management. That's good. But for me, most importantly, is my spiritual life. When I look at myself, when I see how I live in God, it's amazing. It's so amazing. So what would I like to tell the church? Christianity is it's not something you want to talk about. Christianity is you living. When they see you, you should not introduce yourself as a Christian. When they see you, they should see that light. And they should say, she is a Christian. It's not even a privilege. I think privilege is an understatement. But being a Christian is everything. It's extraordinary. It's words I cannot describe. And I'm so grateful to God. I'm really grateful. And for him, Hati, I am grateful because when I look at my spiritual life, my spiritual journey, I can say there is a church that received me as a family and allowed me to grow and gave me the opportunity to see God. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor O. Thank you for the ministry. Thank you for everyone who is serving in him, Hati. Thank you for what you do for selflessly serving God. I think that is why we live, that the whole essence of human existence is to fearfully and reverently, worship God. And for me, I've seen that in Thailand. I cannot lie. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for today and for sharing my testimony with you. And keep in the Lord, keep in the presence, regardless of whatever you're going through, good or bad. Never leave the presence of God. If everything is going well, don't be too excited and forget who has made you. And even if everything is so hard, don't forget that you did not create yourself. You did not form yourself in your mother's womb. God had a reason for making you. Thank you.